All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, now let me see. So, welcome to the Nate Hurd Round the World podcast. I'm normally doing this podcast. Yeah, I haven't done it in a couple months, but I'm trying to get back into doing it. And I figured I'd go live and do it once. Sometimes I do that, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, if you are unfamiliar with me, that's your bad, I guess. And if you're unfamiliar with the podcast, because I've only done a few of them because I'll be forgetting and shit, that's my bad. Uh, in these streets. But basically, I ain't talking about nothing. I'll just be talking about hypotheticals and answering random ass questions and shit that I be getting in my DMs. Some of them about me, and some of them just from people who apparently uh, smoke a little too much weed, little too much of that devil's lettuce. Um, One of those is why I actually wanted to come do the podcast today, because I forgot. Because again, some of these questions I don't remember writing them, because I don't remember who. Some people send me questions that like they don't want to put in the comment section. You know what I mean? Like I've gotten people asking me questions in the DMs like, uh, what was one question that I already answered? Somebody asked me if albinos feet bottoms are different colors. Now you can see why they didn't want to probably put that in the comments. Um, but that's a real specific question, and I had to answer it. And the answer, of course, is uh, what? That's the answer that I gave. Cause like what the fuck? But here's the problem. I checked my feet bottoms. Like I was like, what the fuck? Because that's such an odd question that you go like, hey, is something wrong with my feet bottoms? Like I never heard nobody say nothing like that before. So I checked my feet bottoms, and my feet bottoms are they're the same color as. Here's the thing. I don't know how to answer the question. My feet bottoms are the same color as everybody else's feet bottoms should be. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like my feet bottoms are whatever color you think my feet bottoms are. That's probably the color. As long as you're not like some weird motherfucker like I bet them bitches green. That's not my feet bottoms. But it was still an odd question to get, and I can understand why some people don't want to put that in the comment section, because that some people might be like, why you asking that? Look, the idea that there's no stupid questions is ridiculous. There's a ton of fucking stupid questions. A fireman asking what fire is to somebody that's on fire is a stupid ass question. But that doesn't mean he shouldn't ask it. Sometimes you should ask the stupid question. I once had a dude in high school. He asked why you couldn't drink sea, why people who get lost at sea don't drink the seawater. And everybody laughed at him for, that being what they consider a stupid question. But I was like, hey, but what if this dude is one day lost at sea with some people who don't know no better, and they start to drink the seawater, and he's like, hey, no, don't drink the seawater because you'll die. It's a good thing he asked that stupid question. So ask your dumbass questions. Just sometimes you gonna get dumbass answers is all that really is. But ask your dumbass questions, and it's okay that they dumb. People might make fun of you for the dumbass questions, but every time I ask somebody, what electrolytes are. Don't nobody know what the fuck electrolytes is. You know what I mean? Like so maybe some people should have asked more stupid questions, and then we would all know what the fuck electrolytes are. Like, cause you know what electrolytes is, but you don't know what electrolytes is. You know what I mean? And that's because we afraid to ask the stupid questions. So these are some of the questions that I have gotten from the DMs. And I will try and answer some questions that come in at the same time. This is my magnifying glass. His name's Charles. I mean, he's probably like Charles 7 or 8. I break these a lot, and they're not. I gotta buy. And I broke one the other day. I gotta buy another one. They're expensive than a motherfucker. Yeah, they are. They are not cheap. Uh, what's good? Yeah, man, I'm out here. You can't with them questions. Yeah, man, the questions. Yeah, man. Look, had to check the feet bottoms. And yes, you guys. Yeah, I will look periodically and see what y'all talking about. And yeah, but for today's podcast, we're gonna start with questions from the DMs, and the first question, I'm not even gonna pick. I'm gonna just bust these however they are ordered in my phone. That's a lie. I'm gonna fucking totally pick. Let me see. Which one should I go with? What question should we go with? Uh, what are your hobbies? Um, shit. I mean, like comedy. I guess. Like, well, no, comedy's not my hobby. That's my job. I don't really know what that. I mean, I like video games. I don't know what the fuck a hobby is. I can do comedy, and I write jokes, and I act, and I haven't had a vacation since I was 19, y'all. I'm 45. Oh my god. Hobbies, I don't know. I have ADHD, so whatever is in front of me, like here's something. This is crazy. I've always been into to hourglasses. I don't know why. I think it's cool because I'm albino, like because I'm legally blind and because of ADHD. I think it's cool that you can see time. Like, you know what that is? That's you seeing time. My girlfriend got me this for my birthday, and I think she thinks that I didn't really want it. Kind of like, I don't think you understand. I fuck with this every day, all day. I'm always fucking with it because what I have not been able to do is this is the fucking real crazy thing about ADHD. I have not. My intention has been to pick this up. It has been on my stand, my TV stand right here. My intention has been to pick this up as the last kernel goes out. I've had this since my birthday in August, and I have not been able to do that because no matter how many times it's there, the object permanence is just it's crazy to actually see ADHD hit you in the face repeatedly, just repeatedly. 2 months, I ain't been able to do it one time. That's crazy. I don't know if that's a hobby. What other hobbies do I got? Um, Hobbies. Oh, I taught myself. I know how to do a Rubik's cube. Is that a hobby? Y'all want to see me do a Rubik's cube? I'm gonna do a Rubik's cube. All right, hobby. This is not really a hobby. This is just a fidget thing that I have, and I like doing it because I sometimes do this right before I go on stage. Um, I don't know why, but I'm not very fast at. I know that there's robots do this shit in like a second, and then there's like real like actual people who can do this in like 2-3 seconds and shit. That ain't me. I don't want y'all to be built up to think that that's what's about to. It's not gonna happen. That's not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not. This is not a con. This is not a long. I'm not playing the long game where like I can do this in like 3 minutes. Like I don't know. Let me. All right. So time me. Somebody time me. Tell me how long it goes. All right, and go. Let me see. Yeah, but I've told this story a bunch of times. Like I didn't actually learn how to do this because I'm smart. I learned how to do it because I ain't had no friends. And there was this one dude that he was a genius, and I don't know if he was a genius. He was smarter than me, and he could fucking do the shit. And he wouldn't show me how to do it, so I just watched him, and kind of just like tried to pick up what he was doing because he was just doing a bunch of stuff in like patterns. And so I was like, it's basically just if you figure out what to do when, it's really actually not that hard. I don't know math. Like math is not my forte. I failed every math class that I've ever taken except geometry and statistics for some fucking reason. I failed all my math classes in high school. I failed all my math classes in college. And then when you ever be so bad at algebra that they put you into the class before the one that you failed that you in, and then you fail that class, like they move you, like you, it's like when they was like, it's like them being like, all right man, you didn't pass the 5th grade, so we gonna move you back to the 4th grade, and then you fuck around fail the 4th grade. That's basically what the fuck I did with algebra, and I apologize for that. And I did it repeatedly. Like this wasn't a one-time thing. People have been like, oh man, I could teach you algebra. No, you can't. I've had mathematicians, best friend, naked ladies. No, I don't get it. I don't like it, and I'm not going to fucking do it anymore. So that's what we gonna do. I don't fuck with algebra, but for some strange reason, statistics made sense. I mean, not like I wasn't good at it. I just was able to do it. I don't want to make it seem like I was like a whiz at it or nothing. No, it wasn't like that. I just was able to do it, as opposed to not being able to do shit when it came to motherfucking algebra. I still don't get algebra to this day. I don't want to. I don't want to. I got yelled at by my algebra teacher one time because I studied and got a B, and it was so rare that he thought that I was cheating and called me out in front of the whole class. And I cussed him the fuck out because I'm like, man, I'm legally blind. Man, how the fuck I'm gonna be cheating? And you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck I'm gonna be cheating? You would have seen me cheat, dog. I'd have to sit in somebody's lap and put my nose to their paper to be able to actually fucking cheat. You gonna tell me I'm fucking cheating, you raggedy old fucking Colonel Sanders looking ass motherfucker. Anyway, that's one of my hobbies and some of my hobbies. I don't think, what else do I got hobbies wise? I collect socks. I don't know if that's a hobby, but I just like socks. I used to be a shoe head. I used to collect shoes, and I had like 30, 40 pairs of shoes. But then when I moved down to Cali, I realized, cause I was, acting and not getting a whole lot of parts, and then doing comedy and ain't getting no money. Shoes is expensive than a motherfucker. So I was like, I can't really do that now because I can't afford $250 bare minimum to fucking buy a nice pair of fucking ones. You know what I'm saying? So I started getting into socks because they cheap. But then I started realizing you can have whatever type of socks you want. Like your socks can say more about you than your shoes. Your shoes just said one time you had a lot of money. You know what I'm talking about? But your socks say, hey, ain't nobody got these socks. Let me tell you something. I guarantee you y'all ain't got these socks right here. What am I wearing right now? I got the motherfucking Ren and Stimpy's, dog. Look at this. I got the Ren and Stimpy's. Bam. Look at that. Cacao. Look at what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got these socks. Y'all ain't got these socks. You don't have these socks. You know what I'm saying? Every day. Hold up. Y'all about to, Y'all about to motherfucking see today. Y'all about to see today. Hold up. Let me go in the bag. What we got here? Yo. I got the Rick and Morty's, bruh. Look at these. I got the Rick and Morty's in here. Look at that. Smell that. Smell that clean Rick and Morty sock. You know what I'm saying? Smell that. Hold up. What else I got in the bag? Let me see what else I got in the bag. Hold up. What else I got in the bag? What we got in here? Oh, y'all ain't got these. Y'all ain't even got these. I got the Nickelodeon slime socks, y'all. What you know about the Nickelodeon slime, huh? You don't know nothing about the Nickelodeon slime socks. No, you don't. The green and the orange? Bruh, come on, shut up. You don't know nothing about them Nickelodeon slime socks. No, hold up. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Real quick. What I got in here. Oh. Look at this. Mother. What y'all got? Do y'all got the flying rocket pig socks? Do y'all have the flying rocket pig socks? I do not think you do. Oh, but you got some fresh fours? That's what you got? You got some fresh fours? I got something for your fresh ass fours. Okay. With your fresh ass fours. I got something for your fresh ass fours, bruh. For your fresh ass fours. Oh, okay. Yeah, for your fresh ass fours. Yeah, take my Ninja Turtles. Yeah, take my turtles, bruh. Take my turtles right now for your fresh ass fours. You got the fives? Okay. I got you on that, bruh. I got you on that. I got you on that. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just pulling one out now. I'm just pulling it out right now. You know what I mean? Like a dude taking dick pics in the motherfucking Walmart. I'm just pulling it out. And what do we got? We got another Ninja Turtles. Bang. Bang, bang. What y'all talking? Hold up. No. See, I'm not even going to look. I'm a, wait. Watch. I don't even look. I pull out some fresh shit. Watch, I don't even look. I pull out some dope shit. I ain't even look. Oh. I got the Real Monster socks, y'all. I got the Real Monster socks, y'all. Nah. Y'all think I'm playing over here. Y'all think I'm playing is what it is. Hold up. I got sock dust in my mouth. Because I ball like that. Hold up. Let me bust one more out. I'm just going to reach in the bag. What are these? Oh my goodness. What are these? What are these right here? What are these right here? Is this the Kamehameha socks? Dragon Ball Z boy socks? Is that what this is? Y'all think that I'm playing when I say I'm about this sock life. Hold up. I'm gonna take out two more. Let me see. Oh. This is oh my god. Y'all not even going. What is this? This got the old school Mario socks, bruh. It's just getting stupid is what it's getting. It's getting ridiculous is what it is because y'all don't understand what's really going on. And I'm gonna bust out one more. Let's see what we got. Nah, that's not good enough for it. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Hold on. I gotta really find something here. Bust y'all down with. Oh. Yeah, okay. What y'all know about them strawberry socks, bruh? What do you know about them strawberry socks, bruh? Nothing. You don't know nothing, okay? And that's why sock gang stay drippy. That's why the sock gang stay drippy. And I guess staying wet than a motherfucker is one of my hobbies. Staying drippy with the socks, I think is definitely one of my hobbies. That's watermelon. Was that a watermelon? Did I give y'all the watermelon instead of the strawberries? Well, I got the strawberries on deck. I got them somewheres, but I got watermelon. I guess I got watermelon too. I don't even know my own socks, y'all. I don't even know my own socks. Do they still sell some of those? They do still sell some of those. Some of them were like one-offs, and some of them I found at places. I've done a lot of. You got the Shrek sixes right there. First, ones are the only way to go. I love me some ones. Bet they ain't the five. I got fresh fives. Beat that. Man, fucking fives again, man. The most expensive pair of socks I got was like $40. And that was just because what was that? Was I think there was some silk pieces. Yeah, but you shouldn't get silk socks and then walk on non. Yeah, like it. My knee buckled quick than a muff. It hurt. It hurt, y'all. It hurt it. My time was 2 minutes 27 seconds. I don't know what that means. But anyway, yeah, that's my sock collection. Don't worry, when I do put this online, y'all are just live, but when I put this online, I will be editing some parts out, like me looking at the camera all close, because that'll get confusing to people. I think that they might not know what the fuck that's for. Anyway, but yeah, that's the sock, man. Maybe every week I'll come on and show y'all some of the sock drip. But I mean, like I said, dude, no, don't nobody got the sock drip like I drip. So that's the question. Uh, that's the question answered. What are your hobbies? All right. So next question, we go to the DMs. Okay. Let's see. What is this? I want to get started in stand-up comedy. Do you have any pointers? Nope. No, I do not. Here's the thing. Like it's gonna sound like this. I know it sounds like I'm being a dick when I say this, but stand-up comedy is like there's no one way to do it. So you kind of just gotta do it a lot and then figure out which way works for you. Because I mean, like, the only advice that I could give somebody who wanted to start out in stand-up comedy is get on stage as much as you can. That's it. That it doesn't. I don't care what kind of stage it is. I don't care if do as many open mics as you possibly can. There is no fast track to quote unquote making it in stand-up comedy because you have to be good at it. To funny is subjective. Obviously, people know that funny is subjective, but the thing about it is that um, the audience is never this. The audience isn't the same, so you you have to know how to communicate. Is one of the biggest things because like being funny is anybody can be funny. Like anybody can be funny. Like your uncle is funny as hell at dinner. Your best friend is funny when y'all just kicking it in the car. You know what I mean, the drive-through. Anybody can be funny. Some of the funniest people in the world are not comedians, but it's can you be funny on demand and consistently. And so to be able to do that, you have to get in front of a lot of different types of crowds, a lot of different types of people, because what you got to do is you gotta make the crowd agree. That's hard. Making a bunch of strangers who don't have anything in common and don't know each other agree on something and all laugh together is fucking hard. I mean, well, it's not for me because I'm amazing at it, but it's not it's not a thing that most people do, which is why public speaking is a lot of people's number one fear. So the only point I could give you would be get on stage as much as you possibly can, and try and find your voice that way. I mean, I've been doing it for 15 years, and I'm still not great. Like I'm still need to get better. Um, I mean, I'm funny, but I'm not always good. And you can still bomb. I've seen Dave Chappelle bomb on stage many times for like hours. I've seen that. I've seen the best in the business bomb. You have to do bad to do good, almost in this because you're basically saying everything and then figuring out what works, but the only way to know what does and does not work is to say it, and you get better at that going forward. Like I can be like, oh, this is probably going to work, but I still might not, like in my head, until I say it out loud, it's still not the perfect version, so I might have to, I got to move that word there, I got to move that word there. And then there's stuff where you get better at riffing and stuff like that. But I mean, I think Louis C.K. said he didn't really have his voice till he was 12 years in. I mean, like, people are like, oh, this comedian's really good. I'm like, It's been doing it for 30 years. Yeah, that's how long it takes. It takes a really long time. Um, which is why, you know, like there's people who don't think that Larry the Cable Guy is funny, but I'm like, he did a show for 50,000 people. You don't get to do that if you're not funny. Um, the same things that make us cry do not make us laugh, and it doesn't even matter. Like something can be funny as hell to me at midnight that I didn't think was funny at all when I just woke up. You know what I mean? Like, and so can you be funny to this big ass crowd of 50-year-old Jewish women, and then the next night be just as funny to this crowd of 22-year-old alpha beta college students? You know what I mean? Like, and so that's crazy. I used to I still do. My homie Zane, one of my best friends and the director of my comedy special. Go watch my comedy special. It's streaming right now on YouTube on my channel. He started this thing like a couple years ago. Man, it's been a gang of years. It's been like 8 years. Anyway, he was getting sober, and so he wanted to do something because he wanted to find a place to get stage time. And so and to keep him busy enough to, because he was already a funny comedian, but he was like, I need to get stage time. He wasn't getting a lot of stage time, so he started doing shows at. One night he came to me and he was like, "Yo, I'm about to do a show at a detox hospital in the Valley. Come with me." And I was like, "That sounds terrible. That sounds like I don't want to do that at all." And he was like, "Come on," and I was like, "Fuck, dude, fine," because comics are starved for stage time and will do fucking anything, even to our detriment. And so we go to this hospital, and it's just a room, and it's a detox center. So this is people like. These detox centers are where people are detoxing. So that means that they have been brought there by police, or they are not happy to be there, and they are actively coming down. They are either coming down off of, or within the first 12 hours of coming down off of bad shit like heroin, meth, you know what I mean, like benzos and shit like that, Zambars and shit, and so we go in this room, and by the way, this room is packed with food. I mean, like, and comedians, we're starving fucking artists. Like, when they say starving artists, sometimes I've been paid for comedy recently with French fries. That's how, like when there's food around, we steal it and we take it, and we don't feel bad because, like, we need to eat. Some of us are fucking starving. And I'm not joking. When the starving part is for real. You know what I mean? Like, my homie, I'm not going to say who, but a famous comedian, I used to see him take a whole day to eat a Subway sandwich. And he would just walk from each open mic to open mic eating the same Subway sandwich. And he don't got to do that shit no more. But yeah, the starving part is real. And so we go in this room, and there's ice cream. There's a chest full of ice cream. There's every cupboard has snacks in it, like just sugary snacks, Coke, diet, like all the drinks that you could want. And the reason is because when you're coming down off meth or heroin, you need something in your body. You need to do something. So they give you a bunch of sugar and a bunch of food to try and like replace the fucking addiction that you're trying to come down off of. Because these people aren't good. And so we go in this room, and they were like, yeah, you guys can have whatever you want. And so we're waiting for the fucking patients to come in and do this comedy. And literally, Zane has a microphone, a micro stand, and a portable fucking amplifier. And we're in like a day room, but it's night. And there's a couple like cushy chairs in there. And then come in like 4 people in hospital gowns. And they're all like they're falling asleep, and they're eating, and during this thing they're getting taken out to get injections and shit, and we're not doing 5 minutes of time. We're doing a half an hour each. Like we're doing 15 to a half an hour each, and we're just talking, and there's 3-4 people coming in, going out, on actively coming down off of drugs. And it's night, and we're just, it was just the one. awkward fucking situation, and your comic friend is in the back eating ice cream, just mowing the fuck out on ice cream and shit, and it was awkward as fuck. There were times, and we did that, and we weren't doing like, hey, it's good to be sober. No, we were just doing comedy. We were doing whatever the fuck we wanted. People would talk to us during and be like, yeah, fuck this shit, and we'd be like, oh, okay. And somebody would come in, hey, we need you to get your shot. The cops are here for you. You know what I mean? Like, while we're doing comedy. And there was one time they wheeled a dude in a wheelchair because he couldn't stand up because he was so fucking high. And and we still just did comedy. And then he started doing comedy around he would go to rehab centers and detox and sober living places. And he just kept bringing me along. And sometimes we would do 2 or 3 in a day, driving all over, like, everywhere. Utah, Colorado, fucking Texas, Arizona, Chicago, Washington, everywhere in California, Fresno, Bakersfield, Santa Cruz, all these detox centers and sober living places doing comedy. And every time, sometimes there was 10 people. Sometimes there was 1, and it was in a living room, and it was 10 in the morning, and they didn't want to be there, and they didn't know we were coming, and it's in a rehab facility, and they're falling asleep because they just want heroin, and it was terrible. And these are not paid. Like, maybe we're making $20, $25 doing this, but we're doing it for the stage time. And Zane has this company, and there's sometimes we'd show up and they'd be like, hey, could you not do any jokes about suicide because we had an OD earlier? Or like, hey, could you not do any jokes like about rape or anything because this is a women's shelter? So it was fucking crazy. But it made me so much better, and it was terrible. I don't want to make it act like it was good. It made me so much fucking better as a comedian, just being able to get up in that many different environments repeatedly. Fuck, that shit is hard. But what I was trying to say is, one of the funnest shows that I do is this Tarzana treatment center, which is out here, and it's like 100 people, 150. It doesn't get paid, but they are the most fun audience because they don't have any taboos, really. Like, there was a lady I was talking about don't do crack one time because I grew up around crackheads, and this lady was like, I do crack. I was like, man, I know that you have 4 teeth left, and she was like, oh, I got less than that. She took one of her teeth out and shit. Like, it's crazy. There's a dude in a wheelchair. He's got mental handicaps and shit like that. He's fucking joining in. Not making fun, but like, it's those people, they're all people, they're low income, they like came out of jail and went to treatment, they're going to the treatment so they don't have to go to jail, and like it's genuinely the most fun show that we do, and every comic thinks so. And Zane will only take certain comics because you have to do good, but they're not going to make it easy for you. And it's a lit room. It's not set up for comedy. We just bring a speaker. They have a meeting in there before we get there, and then we fucking just do that shit. And it's honestly the most fucking fun. And it gave me a lot of confidence. But yeah, so if you want to be a comic, you are gonna have to get good at every single situation. And that's going to take like a lot of time. So just know that it's going to take a time. If you can make it 2 years in, then people will start looking at you like, oh, okay, you want to be here, because it's hard, and you're gonna be broke because of the amount of stage time that you have to get. You're gonna be broke. If you can find a way to not be broke and do this shit, then do that. Like, but comedy, you got to do it a lot. So there's that question. And now I will look at some of the things that you guys are saying before I get back to it. Truth, man, keeping it funny and real ain't easy, but you made it look like it is. Thank you, man. That's the whole point, man, is to make it look effortless. Like, I've seen jokes from comics on specials that people were like, I can't believe he just came up with that. And I'm like, he came up with that 10 years ago. The whole point is making you believe he came up with that. That's how he talks, because that's the whole point. It we're like that's the whole point, is to make it sound more conversational, more fluid. Um, uh, but then there's also those jokes where the comics just come up with them on the point, and but no special is like. That's why I be getting upset. That's why I don't understand why people try and hate on comedy specials. I don't care if it's Dave Chappelle or Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Joe Rogan, fucking Sebastian. I don't care. But when people, I think what people don't understand, the average person doesn't understand about a comedy special is it's not a spur of the moment thing. Specials are planned. So like a comic like a Tom Segura has an act that he's written for the most part, that he may have been working on for years or he's putting together, and then he says, I'm going to turn this into a special. And so he starts doing that act for 6 months to a year, really making it perfect, taking jokes out, putting other jokes in, making sure that every beat is correct, and then putting it in an order that works for an hour special, an hour and a half special. um, then he tours this around. He doesn't go. You can't go to one place. You got to tour it around, because you got to see which jokes resonate with the biggest audience. Most of the time, that's what you're doing. You're trying to see which jokes work the most regularly. Then they go and they film the special, and they usually film it 2 times, because just for safety. Sometimes they film it 4. But at least most people film it 2 times. I filmed mine once because I ain't had no money. Um, and I didn't tour my special as much, like really, because again, I didn't have enough money to do that tour, and I don't get enough spots around the country to make it financially able for me to do that. Hopefully, that's going to change with the special that I just released. But so because I'm already working on the second one, baby. I'm already working on the second one. But so when somebody comes on and is like, "Oh man, this joke was bad," and he should, it's like, you got to realize that joke worked for 6 months in front of multiple people, and then worked 2 times that night. We're not going to do a joke that doesn't make people laugh. Like, we're not like that. The point is to make people laugh. That's why people are like, I'm not going to apologize for a joke that pissed one person off, because that joke worked for everybody else. But at the same time, you're allowed to not like a joke. You're allowed to fucking be like, you're allowed to be offended. I totally understand why people might be offended by some of the shit that I say. And I would never take that away from nobody. I would never tell somebody that they weren't offended by something that I said. I don't know what they've been through. Maybe something I said triggered them or something like that. Maybe they took something I said wrong, and because of their background. Maybe they took something I said right, and they just have a different belief. My point is, I don't give a fuck. That's what that is. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Not because I'm like, I don't give a fuck about you or the person, but more because, like, I don't have time. I don't have time to give a fuck. It's too much time. I don't have the time to give a fuck. I shit on me way too much already. I don't have time for other people to deal with other people's shit too. I don't like myself like a lot of the time. So me trying to figure out how to like myself is more important than me figuring out how everybody else don't like me, because I already believe that anyway. So you know what I mean? I just don't have the literal time, I feel like. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. That's my bad. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what that is. Sounds like something you so it's like we underrated, big dogs. You're one of my favorite, bro. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Incognito, that's dope. That's dope. Irrational love for something that you now know too much of. I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. Oh, dude, I love me some Star Wars, bro. Am I low key nerd about something though? Like, dude, Dragon Ball Z. I fucking love Dragon Ball Z. I love Star Wars. I love Disney movies. I love martial arts. Like, I'm a nerd about like a lot of different things, but I'm not like an expert at really anything. I do know a lot about Harry Potter and Disney though, which I just like, and sitcoms. I know a shit ton about sitcoms. I was a huge nerd for sitcoms because like I grew up like I was never like in the hmm, I was never in the worst neighborhood. I mean, like my neighborhoods. Okay, look, my neighborhoods weren't great, but they weren't like the worst neighborhoods. I wasn't like there. Okay, there's some of the places that I lived that were hood-ish, but I was never like we had one crackhead on like one crack house on the street. You know what I mean? Like, and then one coke house. And that wasn't even like a crack house. It was just a house where people did crack. You know what I mean? Like so I was never like deep in the hood gutter like the motherfuckers that be like yo in the Bronx, man, to come outside, man, the fucking motherfuckers is shooting out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I can't even walk to the store, man. You know what I mean? Like, I come outside, man, these motherfuckers dead bodies on the thing, got the fiends up there, man. I can't even do that shit, man. It's fucking wild out here, man. Don't come here, dog. You ain't from here, man. Don't come here. My neighborhood was just like, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I mean, like, don't stop, but like, you'll be fine. If you did stop, you're gonna see some weird shit. You'll see some weird shit, but like, it's fine. It's fine. You're not gonna die. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. Nate, love your craft. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, but like that's what my neighborhood was like. So yeah, I mean like, but I have friends in the bad neighborhoods, and my brother like he was in the bad neighborhood, and like I've been in a lot of bad neighborhoods. I mean, I sold a little crack, but I wasn't really sell. I was just handing it off. You do crazy things when crazy people is what that basically is. But I'm not I'm not bad. I'm not a bad person. I would never like. That's why motherfucker. I don't ever try and act like I'm more hood than I am. I'm not. I'm not. I wasn't banging. Yeah, I know some I know bangers and stuff. I did do the comedy at a blood Christmas party that was also a memorial a few years ago. They had Santa Claus. It was it was awkward. It was awkward because I'm not a blood nothing, but I got friends. Um, but I'm not gangster like that. I'm not gangster. I run. I'm a run. I'm a run away. Okay, I'm not going to box with you. I'm a hightail it. I'm not going to throw hands. I'm going to throw bricks. Okay? I'm I'm gonna throw bricks. I'm gonna cry. Like after we done fighting, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Maybe it's because of the pain. Maybe it's because of the adrenaline. But I'm a cry. I'm a after fight cry. Like I don't know if anybody else is an after fight crier. I'm an after fight crier. At least I was the last fight I get in. I don't get in fights no more because I'm a grown ass man. And if you getting in fights as a grown ass man and it's not your job, the problem's you. That's it's you. It's 100% you. And don't act like it's people always fucking with. No, it's you. People fuck with you because you suck. That's why people fuck with you. Because most people think you suck, but a few people can't handle the fact that you suck so much, and so they fuck with you. And that's why you get in a lot of fights and you're 32. You know what I mean? Like that's what that is. It's not you. It's you, but you've probably sucked for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes parents don't like their kids. Like when they hit you with, if they hit you with, like an extension cord, or like an iron or something heavy, they don't like you as a person. That wasn't discipline. That was assault. Is what that was. They didn't like you. There's no reason to hit a kid with an extension cord. You ain't need to do it. You could have hurt the kid another way. You didn't have to get a weapon. So you didn't like that child, and that's something that you're gonna have to deal with your parents. But I just want you to know that for your future reference. Let's get to the third question from the DMs. I do get off topic sometimes, and I apologize for that. Questions from the DMs. Okay, what is the? So yeah, to answer that question, that is the only suggestion that I have for getting into comedy. I'm so sorry about this. Um, Third question. Okay. Do you think bagel bites are better than actual pizza? This is. I can see why somebody didn't want to put this in the comments of one of my videos because this is an actually ridiculous question. Of course, they are not. Okay, bagel bites are very good. Okay, I appreciate a bagel bite, but it's nowhere near an actual pizza. And I know that. Look, I know what the person is trying to say. They are asking the question: is a cupcake to a cake the same thing as a bagel bite is to a pizza? And no, it's not, because a bagel bite isn't really a mini pizza. A cupcake is a personal cake. It is a cake all for you. And if you're savvy enough and you know that you can take the bottom off the cupcake and put it on top, it's a cupcake sandwich. You have a cake sandwich in your hand that is non-shareable, that you don't need to share with a damn person, okay? Not a damn person. And that is beautiful. It really is. It really, really is. But a bagel bite is not pizza. It's a bagel with pizza stuff on top of it. Okay? So I can't say that a bagel bite is even close to pizza, because it's not pizza. It's not pizza. They're good, but they're not even in the same category as pizza. Like, pineapple on pizza is a debate. There are people who like it, there are people who don't. But if I saw you put pineapple on your bagel bite, I'ma slap the shit out you. On just on the basic principle. Not because I'm trying to hurt you or nothing, but just because I feel like you need to be slapped just so you can reflect on what you about to do. You feel me? Like, just so you can be like, am I about to eat this bagel bite with pineapple on it? Why did I do this? What's wrong with me today? What's going on in my life that I need to maybe change? You know what I'm saying? So that's the answer to that question. Is bagel bites a pizza? And the answer's no. Not even kinda. Now, I always like to ask a hypothetical question. Well, I say always. I'm all about the hypotheticals. What's a good hypothetical question that we could do today? Oh, here's something. Would you rather? Hmm. Hmm. Would you rather hand crank a horse or run through a gorilla enclosure? No. Or run through a chimpanzee enclosure buck ass naked. 20 chimps. That's my question. Would you rather hand crank a horse to completion or run through a gorilla enclosure buck ass naked? I mean, a chimpanzee enclosure buck ass naked. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna make that horse bust. There is no way in all of hell that I am running through a chimpanzee enclosure with 20 chimps in that bitch, butt ass naked. Like, climb down, run through, and climb up. There's no possible way that you are getting out of that enclosure with your dick and balls still intact. There's zero chance of that happening. They're going to rip your dick off, and toss it around the room like them chimps did that motherfucking raccoon in that horrific fucking YouTube video. That's what's going to happen. I don't have to actually make eye contact with the horse to crank it off. Now, I'm not like I can do it from around the corner and just really give it to him. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll hear that he's done by the, but I don't have to actually watch it happen. But I'm gonna have to watch uh, a bunch of chimps snatch my dick off and fling that bitch around like a fucking baton. I'm gonna have to watch that, and I don't ever want to see that because I'm not gonna get my dick back. And they're not gonna stop at my dick. They're gonna rip off my balls. They're gonna bite off my finger. There's like I don't. I'm already so exposed. I'm not gonna have that happen. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't wanna. I don't wanna yank a horse off, but I feel like I'm gonna be up all night, regardless of what I choose. But I feel like I don't want to be up all night. I would rather have the image that, God damn it, Nate, man, you really hand cranked a horse, rather than just like having to show up at parties with half my face missing, just like my dick and balls were snatched off by a chimpanzee. And I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's worse. And so I'm going to say I'm hand cranking the fuck out that goddamn horse. That's what I'm doing personally. Uh, uh, yeah. What y'all say? Hi, Nora. Yeah, horse all day. I've heard horror stories about them chimps. No, chimps. What yeah, the horse. Yeah, the horse. Yeah, you saying the horse? Yeah, hand crank 100. Yeah, nah, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Cause I gave the homies this one, and I like everybody. Here's the thing: everybody chooses the horse. There was one dude who said the chimp. And like I was confused. I was like, why? And he was like, man, I'm not hand crank. His reasoning was, I don't want to hand crank a horse. I'm like, dude, the chimps go for the nuts. That's where they go for. If you're already naked, your shit's dangling, they're going to snatch your dick off, bruh. Like that is like that is horrific. Like they, and here's the thing. I don't mean they're gonna snatch it off in a silly way. I'm not using the word snatch because it sounds funny. It does sound funny. Snatch is a funny ass fucking word. But that's what they're gonna do. They are going to physically pull your penis off of your body. They're not going to bite it off. They're not gonna smack it off. They're going to grab a hold of it and yank that motherfucker the fuck off. And it's gonna come because they're strong as shit. And that's not okay. That's not okay. They're going to rip your balls off. That's not cool. Okay? No. You hand crank that motherfucking horse is what you do. Okay? Absolutely unacceptable. No, no, no. They're going to rip it. Oh, oh God. And and here's the thing. I don't ever want to look up and see my dick flying through the air just end over end. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's horrible. That's a horrible image. I don't ever want that. Oh no. And then, no, no. You hand crank that goddamn horse. Um, The writer's strike is over. I realize I have a problem with segues, and I apologize for that. The writer's strike is over. The actor's strike is still on. I'm not in the writers guild, but I'm glad that they got what they wanted. I'm in the actors guild, and we ain't getting shit. And so, yeah, I'm still not talking about fucking new movies because I can't. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to, which sucks because there's some good movies coming out. Um, but yeah, man, please go watch my special. Uh, I made it funny on YouTube. Um, there was a mix-up with the name. The special was supposed to be called "I Made a Funny," which is a callback to the last line of Splinter in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I made a funny, cowabunga. You know what I mean? Like, but there was a mess up that I didn't catch in time, and I just wanted it to be out, so I was like, fuck it. I can name my next special something else. My girl was not happy about it. She was like, we need to get this fixed. And I was like, baby, it's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to get it out. I wanted you guys to see it. I hope you guys like it. I want it to get, it's already been viewed, 18,000 views in 3 days, in 3.5 days, which is fucking awesome. My goal was, I know this is a really big goal, but my goal was 1 million views. I know that's a huge goal considering my platform and how much, uh, how many people who know me. But it would really be cool if it got to 1 million views. So please tell a friend. Um, if you have questions that you would like me to put into the DMs, you can DM me the questions on. I mean, you could do it on Instagram. I would prefer it on Instagram. If you're gonna DM me, do it on Instagram. That's the place that I probably read the most. Like I get a lot of stuff on TikTok, but mostly it's videos, so it's hard to go through everything. And I don't watch any of the videos that people send me. So if you want to DM me a question, do it. DM me on Instagram your questions, and I will put them in the list for the questions of the DM, and maybe I'll read it on my podcast. So yeah, this has been the Nate Hurd Round the World, and I thank you all for attending. Everybody who's been live, thank you guys for being here. Um, Keep me honest, keep me doing this, because I really do actually like doing this shit. Um, Thank you guys for all the support. Um, you guys are fantastic. Remember, if you love them, hug them for 6 seconds or more, and high five everybody. And I will talk to you guys on the flip flop. All right, later. Mm-mm.